First of all, I want to thank Maria Alejandra Pulido and Federico Gonzalez for this kind invitation. It's an honor for me to be here today speaking at the European Union Tech Chamber about the future of the smart cities in Latin America. I also would like to greet my colleagues, Álvaro Porcuna and Gregory Engelbrecht, and say that it's a privilege for me to share a debate panel with such distinguished experts on the subject. According to the Smart Cities Council report of 2020, 80% of all smart city projects in the whole world fail. And the term smart cities still lacks a universal definition. In Latin America, I'm sorry to inform you guys, these numbers are even worse. Hello everyone, my name is Jorge Barros. I'm CEO Brazil of the Smart City Business America Institute. We're headquartered in São Paulo, Brazil, and with our 9 branches from Canada to Argentina, we're proud to be working for the development of smart cities in the whole American continent. We are positioned as a platform for consulting, sharing knowledge, discussing building strategic relationship, and developing business models, all in favor of strengthening the market and creating a robust ecosystem for all our cities. As I was saying, according to the Smart Cities Council report, quote, if not addressed, these gaps can introduce insecurity, unsafety, and privacy risks, including risks of critical infrastructure and its underpinning technologies, unquote. The high percentage of failure and lack of a correct definition of what a smart city is are closely connected, are closely linked. In the last 10 years, in all my lectures, I always make a point of raising awareness of this issue while I'm trying to correctly guide project managers and municipal managers on how to properly conceptualize, plan, and execute a program of this nature. And although these two are closely linked, I will address them separately, okay? Okay. So let's start regarding the definition. I carried out a survey among 200 experts on the whole world and could not find 2 single authors. I repeat, I could not find 2 single authors who agreed with the same definition of what a smart city is. But there is an explanation for this. In the recent past, there were 2 moments, one regarding the translation and the other one regarding the interpretation, which largely contributed to divert opinions and embarrass this concept worldwide. The first explanation of these divergences takes us to the end of the 1980s, when to facilitate and to shorten its writing and pronunciation, the original term intelligent city was changed to smart city in the English language. We know that sometimes smart means intelligent, indicating the cognitive ability to understand something. But in the technological, military, and political fields, the word intelligent is etymologically defined as to demonstrate the capacity of interconnecting functions and data to produce information for decision makings. So a smart city can also be, but it does not necessarily mean a city that is fancy, high-tech, savvy, elegant, or clever. A smart city is a city where solutions applied to meet exclusively the citizens' needs are interoperable, and because of this connectivity, they produce additional gains in terms of efficiency, economy, and continuity through the intelligence that unites them. We have learned from experience, from our observation, that in order to spoil a project, it is enough to treat it from a purely technocratic point of view, placing technologies as determinants of its success. By doing this, the concept of smart cities will certainly be wrong, negative, and undesirable for people. Let me give you an example. Recently, Toronto in Canada committed the cardinal sin of carrying out an urban plan prioritizing the adoption of technologies, but forgetting to put people's quality of life as the main goal. There were many planning mistakes there: excessive electronic surveillance without respecting people's privacy, breaches in cybersecurity, isolated systems without interoperability, and technological solutions replacing human labor without the care to prepare and train people to take on new tasks. All this ended up by causing local unemployment, technological unemployment. The population was not properly involved and did not participate in the decisions. The city management apparently prioritized the commercial interests of technology suppliers, disregarding the population's collective interests. Another important component that contributes a lot to the failure of smart city projects is motivation. Yes, motivation. It is necessary to motivate people, the people who work for the city management team, and also the community, empowering them, allowing them to know and to understand the benefits of smart solutions so they can realize the value gains. And let's remember, qualified teams will understand a modern solution and its limitations, of course, but unqualified team will normally reject and oppose to any new idea, especially if we are talking about technologies, emerging technologies, disrupting technologies. On the other hand, there are hundreds of good reasons for us to celebrate some successes in smart city projects here in Latin America. Buenos Aires is the first city to have 100% smart, sustainable, and efficient lighting system, lighting network. The city government there reduced energy and OPEX consumption by 50%, optimizing citizens' well-being and safety. In Montevideo and Canelones in Uruguay, an intelligent traffic management, a garbage solution, and an intelligent parking system achieved a reduction of over 60% in noise pollution, fuel consumption, and CO2 emissions. This is great. Tourism, which represents 12% of GDP in Latin America, is a sector that employs around 80 million people. I repeat, 80 million people. Florianópolis in Brazil took the lead and implemented an intelligent tourism project using applications that guide tourists when booking transportation and accommodation, monitoring their entire stay at points of interests, restaurants, attractions, and useful places until they finally return to their city of origin. And by doing this, they ensure safety, comfort, leisure, and well-being for the tourists. The beautiful city of Medellin in Colombia is another excellent example. Medellin was once famous for being one of the most degraded and violent cities in the world. And the city has put into operation a series of strategies to transform itself into a smart city, placing technologies focused on the citizen and projects to improve the quality of life that have developed the capacity and organic structure of education, professional training, mobility, environment, and safety for the whole population. So Medellin today is an example of success for all Latin America and for the whole world. So let's keep always in mind without losing focus. A smart city is much more than a digital city and much different from a city with just hundreds of isolated electronic devices, electronic solutions. A smart city is a city where the solutions are interoperable, and especially where the citizens participate and have an active voice in the collective decisions that promote the better quality of life for everyone. I thank you very much for your attention, and Maria Alejandra, the word is yours.